Hello, good morning. Welcome today. It is Tuesday, April 21st. Tuesday, April 21st. Welcome to the second day of the week. Hello, and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Boys and girls, we've been talking a lot about counting yesterday, and we're going to continue the rest of the week. Show me your 10 fingers, please. Can you count these 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 little fingers, and they all belong to me. I can make them do things. Would you like to see? I can shut them up tight or open them wide. I can put them together, or I can make them all hide. Hide them. I can make them jump high. I can make them swing low. I can fold them up quietly and hold them just so in your lap. 10 fingers. A lot of good things you could do with your 10 fingers. You can count with them. You can add 5 plus 5 more to make 10. Lots of things to do with your fingers. All right, this is day 2 of the week. Mrs. Regula will be back with you tomorrow. I'll be back with you on Thursday, and then on Friday we have another live Zoom meeting. And at that meeting, we have the guessing box. And today, I'm going to announce 2 children for the guessing box. I have the letter S. Sam Desai is going to do his guessing box hopefully this week, but we have 2 more children in the class that have the name that starts with S. One is Sam Murphy. Please get the guessing box ready for this Friday's Zoom meeting. And another person's name. It's a girl, and her name starts with S. Savannah. Yep, that's you. So we're going to have Sam Murphy and Savannah both get ready with the guessing box. Find something around your house that starts with the sound of S or starts with the letter S. Make up 3 clues about it. Put it in a container or put it in a bag, hide it, and then you'll give us the 3 clues and we'll all try to guess what you found. Okay? Sounds good? All right. Stop that. Okay, now I want us to try to estimate how many green apples are in the fruit bowl. How many green apples do you think there are? I want you to come up with your best guess. How many apples? I'm going to tell you, there's no more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. No more than 20. This long thing is called a number line. I have it starting at 0, which means nothing. That means nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And if I kept the number line going, it would continue on with 21, 22, 23, etc., etc., etc. How many apples do you think there are? Well, let's find out. We'll take 1 out. We don't put it at 0 because 0 means nothing. We're going to put it here at the 1. That's 1 apple. 2 apples. 3 apples. That one wants to roll. Let's put it that way. 4 apples. 5, 6. Do we have some more? Oh, yes. 7, 8, 9. Do we have some more? Oh, we have a few more. 10, 11, 12, 13. No more apples. The apples are all gone. How many apples did we have? Let's count again. We see the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 13 apples. That's what 13 apples looks like. Ooh, it's a lot of green apples. I think I'll have to make a pie. Okay, boys and girls, when you're counting, it's important not to skip a number. So you always want to go from 1, then you say 2, then you say 3, and you keep on counting. If you want to practice writing your numbers, you can start trying to make a 0. And I have a tray here. It's called a salt tray. You just shake it, and you start at the top to make a 0, and you go all the way around. Oh, I made a 0. Let's try the next number in the number line. Number 1. So you could do 1 a couple of ways. You could just go straight down, and that's 1. Some people like to put a fancy little, and that also makes the number 1. After 1 comes 2. With your fingers, you may want to put 2 together. After 2 comes 3. You go all the way around. 1, 2, 3. Here's number 4. Pick up and go straight down. Here's number 5. You start over here. You go down, you go around, and then you put on the top hat. Number 6 starts at the top and goes all the way around until you finish it. Number 7 Number 8. This is how you make an 8. Some people like to do it like this. You make a top and you make a bottom. That's just more work. If you do it in one motion, you connect it. That's the number 8. I just shake my salt tray and it all goes back. Number 9, start up here, make the top bubble, and then come down. That's 9. You might see a fancy 9 that looks the opposite of a 6. Oop, that looks kind of like a G. Maybe they do it more like that. And then you can keep on going. You can keep playing with the numbers. You can do 10. It's a 1 and a 0. Or a 1 and a 1 makes 11. 1, 2 makes 12. But if you practice these numbers and you figure out how to make a 2, where to start it, how to make a 3, where to start it, then you'll be able to make all the numbers. On your salt tray, you may also want to try practice writing your name. If you wanted to write NJ, of you wanted to write Annabelle. You have to write it much smaller. Oh, I'm going to run the room. Annabelle. Annabelle. So you could try writing your name in the salt. Also, don't forget, you can practice writing your shapes. Make a triangle. Make a square. Or make a circle inside your square. Or make a triangle really big outside of your square. Whatever you want to do. It's fun on the salt tray because you need to shake it. Your finger gets a little, you can see I keep flicking. You just go wash your hands at the end. Okay, I wanted to show you a game. I gave this to some of you at Mrs. Regula, and I gave this to some of your parents at conferences, and many of the children know how to play this game. It's called My Turn, Your Turn. I'm going to take this sheet and I'm going to send it off to the parents. You can also create your own if you don't have a printer that works at home. All you need is a pawn. You can use anything for a pawn. And you need one die. Okay, or just a dice. Okay, so you started in the center. Somebody sits on this side, somebody sits on this side, and you play, and the pawn goes back and forth. So let's say it's this person's turn first. They roll the die, and they got how many? Count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as you get more familiar, you'll know that that is 6. So you take the pawn and you go towards your side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The object is to get the pawn off of the board game onto your side. You're really close, but now it's this person's turn. So this person picks up the die and rolls it, and they got 1, 2, 3. You might know it's 3 right away. You may have to count the dots. That's okay. So this person takes the pawn back 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Parents, it's really good for your children to be counting each space and making sure they're not skip counting. Make sure they don't go like this. 1, 2, 3. One spot at a time. 1, 2, 3. They were really getting good at this at school. So then this person's turn again on this side, and they got the same number. 1, 2, 3. So they go, oops, it was here. Let me start again. It goes 1, 2, 3. Really close. Now, here comes the other hand. This person's going to roll the dice. Ooh, they got a big number, 6. And it goes back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the game goes back and forth until somebody gets a number where 1, 2, 3, up. This person wins. You can play the game again. This is a great game for your preschooler to play with their older sibling. Great game for both of them to get that simple addition, simple subtraction. Okay, I have a little felt story for you that I'm actually going to use paper on my wall. It's called Purple Violets. Can you see the board? Can you see it? See the purple flower there? Okay. One purple violet in our garden grew. Up popped another one, and then there were 2. 2 purple violets were all that I could see. But Jack found another, and that made 3. 3 purple violets. If Danny could find one more, we'd give them to Mother. Found it. And then we'd have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 purple violets, sure as you're alive. Why, here is another. And now there are 5. Can you count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember the number 5, you start here, you go down, you go around, and then you put on the top hat. Okay, boys and girls, the story for today is Yertle the Turtle, and it is by Dr. Seuss. He is the author and the illustrator. On a faraway island of Salamasand, Yertle the Turtle was king of the pond. A nice little pond. It was clean. It was neat. The water was warm and there was plenty to eat. The turtles had everything turtles might need, and they were all happy, quite happy indeed. This guy's swimming. He's swimming. This is the king. They were happy. They were until Yertle, the king of them all, decided the kingdom he ruled was too small. I'm ruler, said Yertle, of all that I see, but I don't see enough. That's the trouble with me. With this stone for a throne, I look down on my pond, but I cannot look down on the places beyond. This throne that I sit on is too low down. It ought to be higher, he said with a frown. If I could sit high, oh, how much greater I'd be. What a king, I'd be ruler of all that I could see. So Yertle, the Turtle King, lifted his hand, and Yertle, the Turtle King, gave a command. He ordered 9 turtles to swim to his stone, and using these turtles, he built a new throne. He made each turtle stand on one another's back, and he piled them all up in a 9-turtle stack. And then Yertle climbed up. He sat down on the pile. What a wonderful view! He could see almost a mile. He ordered 9 turtles. Let's count them. 1. Oh, he's so little. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the one on top, that's Yertle the King. This guy's name is Mac at the bottom. All mine, Yertle cried. Oh, the things I now rule. I'm king of a cow, and I'm king of a mule, and I'm king of a house, and what's more beyond that, I'm king of a blueberry bush and even a cat. I'm Yertle the Turtle, oh marvelous me, for I am the ruler of all that I see. And all through that morning, he sat there up high, saying over and over, oh, a great king am I, until long about noon, then he heard a faint sigh. What's that? Snapped Yertle, snapped the king, and he looked down the stack, and he saw at the bottom a turtle named Mac, just a part of his throne, and this plain little turtle looked up and he said, beg your pardon, King Yertle. I've pains in my back and my shoulders and knees. How long must me stand here, your majesty, please? Yertle, look at him. Look at how angry he is. He says, silence! The king of the turtles barked back. I'm king, and you're only a turtle named Mac. You stay in your place while I sit here and rule. I'm king of a cow, and I'm king of a mule, and I'm king of a house, and a bush, and a cat. But that isn't all. I'll do better than that. My throne shall be higher, his royal voice thundered. So pile up more turtles. I want about 200. Oh my goodness. 200 more turtles in that stack. Turtles, more turtles, he bellowed and brayed. And the turtles way down in the pond, they were afraid. Oh, honey, careful with the sand. They were afraid. They trembled, they shook, but they came. They obeyed. From all over the pond they came swimming by dozens, whole families of turtles with uncles and cousins, and all of them stepped on the head of poor Mac. Look at them, they have to climb on Mac to get up to the top. One after another they climbed up the stack. Then Yertle the turtle was perched up so high he could see about 40 miles from his throne in the sky. Hooray! Shouted Yertle. I'm king of the trees, I'm king of the birds, and I'm king of the bees, and I'm king of the butterflies, king of the air. Ah me, what a throne, what a wonderful chair. I'm Yertle the turtle. Oh, marvelous me, for I am the ruler of all that I see. He's up so high. Then again, from below, whoops, you see it? Then again, from below, in the great heavy stack, excuse me, excuse me, came a groan from that plain little turtle named Mac. Your Majesty, please, I don't like to complain, but down here below we are feeling great pain. I know up on top you're seeing great sights, but down at the bottom we too should have some rights. We turtles can't stand it. Our shells, they'll all crack. Besides, we need food. We are starving, groaned Mac. Oh no, Yertle's not going to be happy with him. And he tells Mac, you hush up your mouth, howled the mighty King Yertle. You're no right to talk to the world's mightiest turtle. I rule from the clouds, over land, over sea. There's nothing, no nothing that's higher than me. But as he was talking, what's higher than Yertle the turtle? Do you see in the picture? Uh-oh. But while he was shouting, he saw with surprise that the moon of the evening was starting to rise up over his head in the darkening skies. What's that? Snorted Yertle. Say, what is that thing that dares to be higher than Yertle the king? I shall not allow it. I'll go higher still. I'll build my throne higher. I can, and I will. I'll call some more turtles. I'll stack them to heaven. I need about 5,607. Ooh, it's a lot more turtles. But as Yertle the Turtle King lifted his hand and started to order and give the command, that plain little turtle below in the stack, that plain little turtle whose name was just Mac, decided he'd taken enough. And he had. And that plain little lad got a little bit mad. And that plain little Mac did a plain little thing. He burped. Burp. And his burp shook the throne of the king. Everybody, look, everybody's shooken up. And Yertle the turtle, the king of the trees, the king of the air and the birds and the bees, and the king of a house and a cow and a mule, well, that was the end of the Turtle King's rule. For Yertle, the king of all Salamasan, he fell off his high throne and he fell plunk in the pond. That's him. See the swirl, swirl. He's falling, falling, falling head first into the pond. Boom. And today, the great Yertle, that marvelous he, is king of the mud. Look at him. He's king of the mud. That is all he can see. And the turtles, of course, all the turtles are free, as turtles and maybe all creatures should be. All right, Yertle the Turtle by Dr. Seuss. Love that story. All right, boys and girls, you have a wonderful afternoon. Get outside. Hopefully it's a nice day today and you can play. Mrs. Regula will be back with you tomorrow, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.